Yeah, I know. This has been done before. It's like the Billion Lions versus every Pokemon, but with bears and FNAF animatronics. Yes, every bear is male and a grizzly bear, and is an average of 7 feet long. The bears have whatever they need to survive so they don't die off without the animatronics. I'm not including any of the people unless they're stuck in the animatronics. We're basically going to see how many bears each animatronic can kill, and if there's any left over after all the animatronics, the bears win. Okay, let's go. Also, spoiler warning for all of the FNAF games. Yeah, there's the soul of some kid named Gabriel trapped in Freddy. Freddy killed Phone Guy, but that's not a bear. I don't think Freddy could take on a single bear, so this version of him is fully getting dismantled by a bear. Jeremy's in that suit. Sure, Bonnie's got a guitar he could hit a bear with, and I think he does more damage than Freddy, but I think that Bonnie ain't killing a bear. Come on, guys, she's the same as the others. Carl probably has the highest bite force out of any of the animatronics in FNAF 1, but he's not getting past a bear. Foxy's indisputably the fastest of the FNAF 1 animatronics, but could he kill a bear? He has that hook hand, which could do some damage, but he's already pretty withered. She's got 2 souls in her. She's able to torture William Afton like crazy. While she can't move, the psychological damage could probably kill a bunch of bears. That being said, I think that it wouldn't take more than 3 bears to completely disassemble Golden Freddy. If none of the animatronics with it inside of it can kill anything, it's not doing anything. Toy Freddy's an epic gamer. He's a lot more refurbished than the original gang, but he's not like super ferocious or anything. I think he's new enough to be able to take down one bear before dying. Sure, he's a femboy, but he's a toy femboy. He's super new, and I think he has around the same potential as Toy Freddy. Possibly responsible for the bite of 87, and definitely responsible for the personality of a Discord mod from your middle school. She's even more deadly than Bonnie and Freddy, and she can rip out people's frontal lobe. She can probably get a bear's brain, but she's pretty physically weak. Mangle is so mangled, they can spread around the whole of Utah or something. That being said, if a bear is able to bite through Mangle's wires, they're done. But Mangle can probably get through a solid number of bears with the old CIA piano wire and the bite of 87. Is he annoying? Yes. Is he getting brutally ripped apart by a bear? Yes. A bear's not winding up that music box. The puppet is wrecking a heavy number of bears. Plus, the puppet can fly, and it's about the same size as a bear. Charlotte Emily is full of spite. Let's say the puppet can float 20 feet high. You would need about a 5-bear pyramid to even get there. Let's say Charlotte can get through 4 pyramids and a couple extra bears before getting tired and getting ripped apart. Like Freddy, but with way more spite from being dismantled. I'll give him the benefit of getting a bear. Crazy spiteful, and definitely able to kill a couple bears out of spite. Same potential as Freddy, in my opinion. Yes, I know these withered dudes are the same as the OG gang, but, they have more spite. Maybe the same potential as Bonnie, but not with as much spite, having his face torn off. But Foxy is super fast, too. Golden Freddy is even crazier. Let's just tack on one more bear killed. He can straight up eat souls with little to no effort. But how long will it take for him to be full? Let's say that Shadow Freddy has 100 health because he's a crazy powerful animatronic. And each bear can take 1 health point out of him before he can eat their soul. For each bear he kills this way, 2 more show up to avenge the bear. So 1 bear gets 1 health, 2 get 2 health, 4 get 4 health, and so on. Let's calculate that. Sure, he's as creepy as Shadow Freddy, but he's not eating anyone's souls. He's just erasing vision for a few minutes. She ain't doing anything. Come on, it's just wires.
Michael, don't leave me here.
He's a child killer, but, Could he handle a bear? Probably one, but he's slow and weak. But he's spiteful. Let's give it to him. They're hallucinations. Probably from gas leaks. They're not real. And they can't actually hurt you. Or a bear. And Shadow, Balloon Boy, and Puppet, cause even though they're shadow animatronics, there's no evidence they do anything.
Was that the bite of 87?
Yeah, maybe these aren't real either, but they also might be, so we're counting them. Nightmare Freddy is actually crazy, though. Super withered, but super fast and super bitey. He could definitely rip off a couple bears' heads with one solid wipe to the abs is taking Nightmare Freddy out. Let's give him a solid number, though. All the Nightmare Gang are the same. Did you not hear me the last time? Bigger mouth. Let's give him another. This guy's crazy, and he's taller. He's probably quite a bit more potential than normal Nightmare Freddy. It can bite kids' fingers off, but it is not getting a bear. Imagine Nightmare Fredbear and Shadow Freddy combined. Like exponentially better, or I guess more deadly. Plus, it's probably at a frequency that makes it extremely difficult to see or sense or even notice without it killing you. So, give or take, it's a huge number. Don't worry, I did the calculation. Nightmare Bonnie, but on fire. Nightmare Chica, but on fire. Let's just combine Nightmare Foxy and Mangle. It makes sense, probably. Remember the puppet? Yeah. What if that was like the Nightmare guy, but able to fly like the puppet? Again, I did the calc. Plush trap, but deadly. Look at them teeth. Same potential as Nightmare BB, in my opinion. The OG Golden Freddy. I'm pretty sure this guy can just crush heads on command. Let's give him 2. If Springtrap can kill a bear while dead, he can probably kill 2 when alive. Maybe 1 with the bites, but it's just wires. Can't wait to meet you. Circus Baby was literally designed to kill things, but how many bears could she kill? Well, she can get kids real quick, and a kid's about the size of a bear head, so as many bears' heads she can rip off is how many kids she could get, which is how many bears she kills. Understand? She can eat Elizabeth in like 5 seconds, so I think that because she's so stable and new, she can kill a lot of bears. We will do the same thing that we did for Shadow Freddy with the exponents. A lot shorter than Circus Baby, but the same kind of idea. Oh boy, remember Shadow Freddy or the Nightmare animatronics? Yeah, imagine if they're not withered at all, but like Circus Baby, and it has teeth all over its body. A bear's not getting past all that like it can get past regular Freddy. Same type of thing as Funtime Freddy, but smaller, but faster, so just a little bit less. They're tiny, but goddamn, there's a lot of them. We see 7, but there's probably tons and tons more. But, you know, even hundreds of them ain't matching the style of Funtime Freddy. Again, they're tons, and they're crazier in my opinion. Come on, dude, it's like one bitty bab. Imagine if Funtime Foxy wasn't just Funtime Foxy, but was also a glitch that could kill just as many as Funtime Foxy, but in any TV device ever. And there are approximately 1.7 billion TVs. But let's assume that the bears can destroy 2/3 of all the TVs before Lolbit can get to them. I guess, to make things fun. For watch time. And that Lolbit could kill 1 bear for each of these TVs by exploding it. Same deal as Biddy, but electric. Same deal. Just a little under Funtime Freddy, because it's low-key just him. Circus Baby and other animatronics and Spite and a mask and a bunch of wires all combined together, we are getting into some weird things, but nothing like Lolbit.
The darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole.
Remember the OG4? These are worse. Even Lefty, because the puppet's powers are quelled. Same deal. They suck. Let's just say Fruit Punch Clown isn't taking on a bear. Circus Baby, but sharp and breakable. Pretty much everything it touches burns, and it's imbued with the souls of a bunch of Funtime guys. Several thousand bears are dying just from being around that thing. William's soul trapped in a peanut is not getting a single bear. It does not have a huge internal temperature like Molten Freddy or rollerblades like Scrap Baby. Sure, he's around 10 feet and is vicious, but he doesn't have the capabilities of Circus Baby. At most, he's taking on like 6 or 7 bears. I'll give her the benefit of Funtime Foxy. Can he help in a lawsuit against a bear? Sure, but he ain't killing a bear. Sure, brother, definitely getting a bear.
Please deposit 5 coins.
Little fishing guy, probably an alligator or something. He's probably not getting any bears, too concentrated on fishing. Assuming he's just a phone, he's not getting any bears. Her only ability outside of just being Balloon Boy is summoning Shadow Bonnie and the other shadows, so she's not really doing anything. There's no, quotes from Help Wanted to put here. Glitch Trap can kill things in a similar way to Springtrap because he's the same guy, but he doesn't have the hard outer shell that Springtrap does. He can also infect mines and kill them, but only if someone has a VR headset on, which a bear can't. They're like the OG4, but with spite. They can probably get a kill each. If a plush trap can't get a bear, a literal stuffed animal can't. Remember the Jacko animatronics from FNAF 4? This guy is the same kind of guy. Just regular Foxy in a costume. This is where the real fun happens. Dreadbear is 321 feet tall. Let's imagine we need the bears to sack up to even get close to killing him. And at that point, they'd also need to get knocked down again and again because Dreadbear is much more dangerous than them and has a crazy bite force. So let's say 5,000 bears just to make the base of a tower. You would need about 4,000 for the tower just getting up there. But Dreadbear is huge and has the proportions of Freddy. So to do it would probably take about 100 of these towers. And then a few million jumped from above to even take damage to this guy. 5,000, 4,000, carry the 1. Holy crap.
Gregory, I need you to get in my home.
Glamrock Freddy is not as sharp as his Funtime counterpart, but I'm sure he could do some heavy damage. He has a lot of potential. I think he's getting at least 100. Almost the exact same build as Freddy, but not as powerful. He's actually more powerful than Freddy because of his crazy strong bite force. Stronger than Chica, but weaker than Freddy. Technically the same guy, but let's say they each get what Roxanne got. Nah, maybe 1 if it weren't just a pile of wires. There's 20 of these guys, and they're each around half a regular Music Man. If they weren't built like Marty, I would be more reliant on them against the bears. Around the capability of Dreadbear, even though he's a little bit smaller. He's got crazy arms and can whack tons of bears, being insanely tall. He's pretty done, but he's got a little kick left in him with spite. These are all of our Glamrocks after 90 kills, and these guys are even worse. Imagine Molten Freddy if he was 100 times bigger. Endo Aftonmacher? Yeah, he's getting the same as Springtrap. If the Shattered can't do anything, the Ruined can't either. I would give him the same kind of thing as Lolbit, but he really only infects the devices in the Pizzaplex. Let's assume that the Pizzaplex can be filled with bears, so this guy can kill more. Are there any memorable voice lines from this game? No. Rockstar animatronic, not getting it. Moon, but on fire.
My name is David. Dad, I want some ice cream.
It's a pretty big thing, and it's got pretty big arms, but it's not making too many kills because it's unable to move. Jackie's pretty scary, but she's getting ripped apart. Like half of a DJ Music Man, but it is huge, about 20 feet tall. These animatronics are really cool, but even the Springlock animatronics can't even make these guys kill a bear, because Afton can't really get in the suit. They're not getting any kills. Okay, so you might have noticed that we did not hit 1,000,000,000 bears. And that's kinda because we nerfed Lolbit, but nonetheless, we did not get 1,000,000,000 bears killed by every FNAF animatronic. But I think one single human could easily beat the rest of the bears, or even a full billion. William Afton. He always comes back. He's died time after time in the games. And even if he died 5 times to each bear, he would come back in a different vessel every time. If matter and energy exists in this universe, Afton will come back and beat every bear because he simply cannot die. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like this, because I'm doing a similar video for Christmas. Also, if you want me to do a similar video to this with the FNAF spin-off games, just comment below and I might just do it.